It is Wednesday, June 30. Welcome to CGN News. Police in the Turks and Caicos Islands are seeking to identify 20 bodies found on a boat floating off the coast of the country last weekend. Police Commissioner Trevor Botting said Tuesday plans are also underway to contact the families of the deceased, describing the discovery as a human tragedy. He said in a statement that the thoughts and prayers of the force go out to the families who lost loved ones. Officials say the unexplained human remains were found last Thursday by fishermen who alerted marine cops. CMC reports that the police are working to identify the victims and the circumstances leading to the incident. Jamaica's Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton on Tuesday tweeted that there will be vaccination blitzes this weekend. This after Mexico increased its COVID-19 vaccine donation to Jamaica to 65,000 doses. It had previously announced that the country would donate 35,000 doses to Jamaica. The shipment of the AstraZeneca vaccine is scheduled to arrive in Kingston on Wednesday. The Ministry of Health and Mexico's Health Secretary have signed off on the increased amounts to address Jamaica's urgent need for vaccines. Doctors Without Borders, MSF, said Monday it had closed a hospital in Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince, after it was hit by gunfire at the weekend. No one was wounded in the attack on the clinic run by the charity since 2006 and which provides critical care to the poor. The area is now controlled by gangs, and the medics say that caring for the population is putting staff in danger. The facility has been evacuated and patients transported to other clinics, the group said in a statement. Haiti, deep in political and security chaos, has seen an uptick in the number of kidnappings by armed gangs. Dominican authorities have arrested a former attorney general over accusations of diverting public funds to a political group that backed the Dominican Liberation Party. Jean Alain Rodriguez is the Caribbean nation's first former attorney general to be prosecuted, Reuters reports. His arrest is the fourth in Operation Medusa, a probe into officials of the Attorney General's office. Images of a handcuffed Rodriguez being taken to a cell to await charges and arrest were broadcast on local television. Rodriguez recently used Twitter to denounce a campaign he said was based on hate and revenge after being prevented from boarding a flight to the United States on June 24. Several officials of the administration of ex-President Danilo Medina have already been detained. National double sprint champion Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and World Championships long jump gold medal winner Gayle will lead Jamaica's strong 62-member team to the Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan. Among the females, Fraser-Pryce will be joined by defending Olympic 100 and 200-meter champion Elaine Thompson-Herah. Shericka Jackson, the surprise silver medalist in both sprint events, will complete a strong sprinting trio for the Jamaican team. Meanwhile, Gayle, the winner of the men's long jump at trials and the gold medalist from the 2019 World Championships in Doha, Qatar, is the biggest name among the males. He will be joined by former world 100 meters champion Johan Blake, as well as Frederick Dakers in the discus. A bill allowing commercial activity on protected tribal reservations in Brazil advanced in Congress on Tuesday. Indigenous leaders say this could be the biggest setback since their land rights were guaranteed in 1988. Brazil's farm lobby and President Jair Bolsonaro have pushed for the bill, arguing that indigenous communities are blocking development of the Amazon. The bill bars recognition of indigenous lands not occupied by October 1988 and favors farmers in land disputes. It would allow the government to build roads, tap resources on reservations, and allow access to the police. Chieftain and activist Almir Surui told Reuters that indigenous people will not allow their territories to be taken. Last week, police used tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse indigenous people protesting outside Congress. Dozens of people have died in Canada as an unprecedented heat wave smashes temperature records. Police in the Vancouver area have responded to more than 130 sudden deaths since Friday. Most were elderly or had underlying health conditions. They said the heat was a contributing factor in most cases. On Tuesday, Canada recorded its highest ever temperature for a third straight day in Lytton, British Columbia. Before this week, temperature had never passed 45 degrees Celsius. The heat wave is due to a dome of high pressure hovering over the northwestern U.S. and Canada. Residents of a Florida apartment building that collapsed last week received a letter in April warning of worsening structural damage. The letter, obtained by U.S. media, was sent by the president of the Apartment Blocks Building Association. It said damage, first reported in 2018, had gotten much worse and would multiply without immediate repairs. At least 12 people were killed and 149 more are still missing in the collapse. The letter is the latest documents providing evidence that the building in Miami had known structural issues. Lawsuits are already being filed, with the latest accusing the Building Association of reckless and negligent conduct. And finally, South Africa's former President Jacob Zuma has been found guilty of contempt of court for defying orders to appear before an inquiry probing allegations of corruption during his tenure from 2009 to 2018. The 79-year-old Zuma, who was sentenced to 15 months in prison, was not in court for Tuesday's ruling. He has been given 5 days to hand himself over to a police station in his hometown or in Johannesburg. If Zuma fails to turn himself in, officials have been ordered to take him into custody. This is the first time in South Africa's history that a former president has been sentenced to prison. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.